Welcome to another edition of the Brothers Void. I'm Chris, and we're doing an episode of what we're watching. We are excited to talk about episode number 6 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Uh, my first impressions on this was by far this is the number one episode for me now. Just an amazing episode. There's so much to talk about it. Josh, first impressions.
I agree, man. This was the best of the best. I love that the action we got in this episode. I kind of felt like that we were seeing time delays in there as I'm watching because I'm thinking, oh crap, how are they going to save this person? How are they going to do that? And you had to realize that things were happening as you're seeing it at different times. I really enjoyed it.
I'm definitely the same here. I really enjoyed the episode. It is probably in the top 2 of my favorite episodes for the series. Absolutely loved just this character beats, the action, everything about this episode is just really great. I can't wait to really kind of open up and tell more about it. Really, so I can't. Yeah.
That was kind of me after I finished watching it. I had to kind of process all that had happened because it was such an amazing episode. And you guys may agree or disagree with me, but I think we saw the greatest lightsaber battle ever filmed for a Star Wars production in this episode. It just absolutely awestruck by how amazing that battle was. What about you guys? How did you feel?
It's definitely in the top tier. I think what it really works for me is because what the battle is going on. It's really really character focused. It's really about Obi-Wan and Anakin's relationship, and that's why you're so invested in it, and that's why it works so well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was just the highlight of the episode. The entire episode could have been nothing but that battle, and it would have been great.
Yeah, it was just so beautifully done. Just to see the interaction and to see, the kind of, we get this whole relationship between Obi-Wan and Anakin played out before us. And basically, we saw the end of their relationship there. We thought it was over in Revenge of the Sith, but we really saw it this time because, Obi-Wan makes this comment at the end after, first, Anakin kind of lets Obi-Wan off the hook during the fight and says, "You didn't kill Anakin. I did," you know. So it was basically we were seeing the end of their relationship because Obi-Wan makes the statement, "Then you are no longer my friend," and so there was some finality to that, and it was really sad, very emotional piece, but using the force to throw rocks at each other and just slinging each other around, and we saw how probably the 2 strongest Jedi's in the whole galaxy fighting each other.
Yeah, I agree. That throwback moment, Daniel, when or not Obi-Wan, but when Vader breaks the ground and has Obi-Wan down in the hole, and all I can think is, oh no, he's got the high ground.
That's what I thought too. I was like, oh no, look who has the high ground now. Really, I'm gonna throw this Hayden Christensen too. That was such a spectacular performance when he broke his helmet and just really took out the I'm sorry, y'all. He really just did a great job in conveying how much evil he become.
Right, and there was this really cool cinematography moment where you could see once the mask broke, you watch Anakin's eye, and it would go from just the blue that it was turning back to the Sith eye, and that was just amazing cinematography. And we saw, and to actually watch his voice too, because when he was talking as Vader, you were getting James Earl Jones' voice, but he kind of was he would switch over to Anakin's voice too. And that just, it's just brilliant cinematography, in my opinion. I did want to go back to the high ground thing you guys were talking about, it, and you know how we are with social media. I actually saw a teacher meme this week, and it was a teacher talking to Darth Vader, and she says, "How do we beat Obi-Wan?" He says, "We get the high ground." She said, "What did you have?" He said, "I had the high ground." She said, "What did you do with it?" He said, "I threw it at him." She said, "Who has the high ground now?" So it was really funny, basically saying he had the high ground, but he threw it at Obi-Wan, so now Obi-Wan still has the high ground. Yeah. It was pretty funny. If Josh can find it, maybe he can put it up for us. Pretty, really, really funny meme there, but just the whole episode just was amazing. I mean, we see at the beginning, the ship just running away from this Star Destroyer, and how long has it been since we've seen a Star Destroyer chasing down like a little ship? You get those whole 1977 Star Wars vibes, and you're watching this big ship coming through, shooting everything.
Yeah, that was a direct throwback to A New Hope.
Yeah, it was absolutely. I think they rounded out Roken's character really well and kind of gave him a stepping off point where, hey, you're pretty much going to be in charge of helping lead the rebellion, and people will follow you, and they trust you, and so I love the way they kind of eased his character out, but let you know that he was going to be pretty important as far as the rebellion was concerned. Again, the lightsaber battle dominated most of the episode, but there were some really other good moments in there too. What was, outside of the lightsaber battle, which if I ask what your favorite scene of the show was, I know it's going to be the lightsaber battle. What was like your second favorite scene in there, or part of the show?
Aunt Beru pulling the guns out like, "Don't mess with us." Yeah, she goes and pulls them out of a hole.
Yeah, that was Aunt Beru. Enough planning time, she might be able to take people down just as well as Batman could.
Yeah,
right. It looked like she was prepping really well for that. So she goes and finds this hidden panel and throws out some guns and says, "We don't have time to wait for anybody." I'm like, wait a minute, is this Anne Baru or is this Linda Hamilton from Terminator? She's gonna take somebody down.
You gotta think she probably knows that there's the name Skywalker carries a lot of trouble with it. So yeah.
Yeah. One thing I wonder is why did they continue to call him Luke Skywalker? Wouldn't it make more sense to change his name? Luke Lars would have been a lot better than Luke Skywalker. Might have been a little bit harder to find him. So yeah, Daniel, what about you? What was your favorite scene outside of the lightsaber?
I'm kind of cheating here, but honestly, it has to be the back and forth because you saw like in the Anakin kind of make his decision in the battle where he's like, "No, I'm evil. I'm Darth Vader now." And you saw on the flip side of that, Reva hunting down Luke Skywalker and trying to kill him and realizing, "Hey, I can't do this." And she made her decision that I can't be evil. I like how that kind of juxtaposed between each other. Really, that's probably my favorite. I mean, honestly, I've been talking her character up a lot. She intrigues the mess out of me. I think Reva's one of the best additions to Star Wars in the last few years, honestly.
Right, and I was really glad to see her hero turn. I thought that was really cool. I think she's I think she'll be a good character to kind of develop later on, and let's go somewhere with it because it's pretty interesting. I think it's really cool. Maybe wink, wink, hint, hint. We'll see her in the Andor series or something.
That's what I was just going to say. Is she helping the rebels in Andor?
Right. Or where does she go? So, I would say probably my favorite scene outside of the lightsaber battle was came at a very just a beautiful moment at the end of the show when Leia comes out with her dad, mom, Bail, and I can't remember her mom's name now, but the Organas, and Obi-Wan shows back up to bring her Lola, and he kind of tells her that he did know her family, her parents, and then he gives a speech, and I won't quote it because I'll screw it up if I try to say it. But basically, he says that she's just like her mother in some ways, and she's just like her father in some ways, which I thought was true because Anakin is, he was everything that he said he was, and Padme was everything that he said she was. So that was probably my favorite outside of that. Just seeing that interaction and knowing, there's a couple of times when you get sarcastic and it's like, if you need me, you know where I am. I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna need you at some point in time. you know, so we all know what's coming. So, but yeah, just beautifully done episode. I thought, just number one on my list, with the first episode being number two. I really would just can find myself going back and watching that lightsaber battle again. You guys were fortunate; you were able to see it earlier in the week. I was off the grid for a couple of days and didn't get home till Saturday, so I did come straight home, take a shower from being in the woods for 4 days, and got some food and sat down and watched the episode, and was very happy I did, and very sad at the same time because I knew that this was the last one. And with that being said, I think we should personally send a letter to Kathleen Kennedy and Favreau and Filoni and say how long before we get Obi-Wan episode 2 or season 2, excuse me. Any ideas for you guys? Kind of what you would like to see if this happened?
I'm gonna go the Kurosawa route, and I want to see a translation of like something like Yojimbo or Sanjuro, where Obi-Wan has to help a village of people that are getting attacked by the Empire and on Tatooine while trying to hide his identity that he's a Jedi. That's kind of a story I've really wanted to see.
That could work. That could really work.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I kind of lean towards the path and the O'Shea Jackson's character and all, and that Obi-Wan becomes a part of that network, and they run Jedi through Tatooine through him, and he's there helping. I could do that.
That would be cool. And also, if maybe he made some contact with Yoda, and Yoda could kind of be there helping out, because we always forget Yoda's still hanging around somewhere too. So, just a quick theory or just a suggestion, possibly. What if Grogu was one of the Jedi that was part of the path, and that's how he got away as well?
Cool.
Yeah. So my thoughts for what should be season 2, I've got this really great idea. Obi-Wan's an old man now, and Princess Leia gets captured by Darth Vader, and he has to go find Luke, and Luke takes him to the Death Star where they save her. But in the process, Obi-Wan dies in a final battle with Darth Vader. But he's able to use his Force Ghost to help Luke become a better Jedi. Oh, wait, I think I might be onto something. You think George Lucas might be interested in this story, maybe?
Yeah, he's already done it. Yeah, you've seen it.
What do you mean he's already done it?
Sounds like it's a very promising story there, really.
I think it'll make millions, dude. I think it'll be around for 40 plus years. We'll still be talking about it. So yeah. I don't know. I don't have any thoughts about what a season 2. If we are blessed with the season 2, I will take it. This season alone kind of felt more like the old style Star Wars than anything I've seen in a long time. So if we could get another season of that, I don't know where you would go. I still would like to see us get off Tatooine because we seem to be stuck there. We've been stuck there for 40 some years. But if we have a reason for Obi-Wan to leave Tatooine, and stick some more characters in there, maybe see a little bit about with Qui-Gon if we can get him. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that. By the way, at the end of the show, we get a guest appearance as Obi-Wan is leaving the Lars farm. He's heading off probably to that little hut where we met him in the first Star Wars. And he looks and he sees a Force ghost, and it turns around and it's actually Liam Neeson playing Qui-Gon Jinn. And he says, "Well, it's about time." He's like, "Master, I've been looking for you." He said, "Well, you weren't ready to see me." And so he's like, "I've always been here." So that was just a bonus surprise because I never expected to see Liam Neeson. How did you guys feel when you saw that?
I love that. I thought that was a great way to take it off, to end it there. That combined with him seeing his master, and before that we see Vader seeing the Emperor, I thought was a great like two sides of the coin there to pop up and have the Emperor scold him for going after Vader.
Definitely. I really enjoyed seeing Liam Neeson. I kind of expected him, but I wasn't expecting him until this episode, so it makes sense. Definitely definitely enjoyed seeing him. I know there's some confusion throughout canon about how he manifests as a Force ghost, but I figure he's probably learned it at this point.
Right. And we have to think that, if he figured out how to do it, he had to be able to figure out how to do it because Yoda tells us in Revenge of the Sith that an old friend has figured out a way to get back in contact with us. And the only way Yoda and Obi-Wan could figure out how to do it is if they learn it from Qui-Gon. So, I think now he probably teaches them how to do it. And, when we see Obi-Wan take his last fight, he realizes I'll be better help as as the spirit than I will as alive. So,
And another little nugget of information here. Qui-Gon is actually the first Jedi to be able to do that. And
wow.
before had ever been able to do that because he wasn't so stringent to the dogmatic ways of the Jedi Council. He was able to figure out how to do that.
Hey, you know what I'd like to see in Obi-Wan season 2? Force Ghost Samuel L. Jackson. That's what we need.
If you talk to Samuel L. Jackson, he's still alive. So
he's not a Force ghost. He's not a Force ghost. He's still alive. He's the Jedi that got Grogu out. What are you talking about?
He probably is. He probably is. Yeah. You can't kill Samuel Jackson. I mean, you can't kill Mace Windu. He just cut his hand off. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
They got replacement parts for that. It's all good.
Yep.
It's all good. Just as long as he gets his purple lightsaber back. Well, I'm looking down, and it looks like we are running out of time on this one. Well, I guess it was such a good episode. I can keep talking about it. I'm ready to go back and watch it again. Josh, we may have to take the Fire Stick on vacation and watch it with Dad because I think he'd probably enjoy it really, really.
Oh yeah,
probably
definitely.
He can watch the whole series there with us. But overall, just love the series. Thought it was great. Anytime we can get new Star Wars stuff is great. They are such a good show, and I'm remorse to leave without saying congrats to Deborah Chow and the amazing job she did given this, and just she did a wonderful job. I mean, she's an amazing director, and can't wait to see her do more. I mean, give her a movie. Kick Patty Jenkins out and let her do Rogue Squadron.
Definitely want to see her do more with Star Wars. I think she has a good, firm understanding of the universe, and like you said, I definitely want to see her do more.
Yes, and I kind of hope here's my prediction. I hope we see O'Shea Jackson and some of those characters pop up in Andor because we're hitting around the same time with that series.
I'm thinking if anybody shows up, it's probably going to be him and maybe Harrison Dula. I hope we finally get to see her in live action. I've heard rumors that she is definitely coming. So
we want Harrison Dula so bad, but they're probably going to make us wait until we get the Ahsoka series, and then maybe we'll get her there. But I would love to see her in Andor. It would make so much sense to have her there because how cool would it be to see the Ghost land somewhere and we already know Chopper's going to be in Ahsoka, so we're,
yes, Chopper, Chopper.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all we got for this episode, and this series. I mean, unfortunately, it's the end of the series, but it was so fun, and we're glad we are able to share with you guys and just to tell you a little bit about it. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and do us a favor and tell your friends about us. We're trying to hit that 100 mark. We got some merch we can give away, and we'd love to be able to do that. Hit that bell notification to let you know when we put a new video up, because we're trying to put a lot up every week. And Josh, you want to tell them about our socials?
Yes. Check us out on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok. It'll all show up at the bottom of the screen underneath Chris there. And make sure, guys, that you comment. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what you want to hear us talk about next.
I might even jump in and have a few opinions of certain things every once in a while if I can't get in the video.
Right. Yeah. We'll comment back and forth. We'll definitely be welcoming hosts, so don't be afraid to comment. We'll talk to you guys. That's what we love to do. That's why we created this channel, because we love to discuss all things comics, geeks, sci-fi. It's just one of the things we love to do. So we are going to end this now, and we hope you enjoyed it. And do us a favor and keep watching these videos, and keep going to your local comic shop as well and helping them out, because they are our lifeblood a little bit. We love them so much, and they keep us stocked up with things to read and keep talking to you guys about. And until the next time we see you, which hopefully will be maybe Andor series, I'm thinking we got about 65 days left, and we'll have another Star Wars show to talk about. We will see you at the shop, and may the force be with you.
Hello there. Goodbye.